and welcome back to In Touch, a locally produced feature of Dakota Broadcasting Radio. I'm Adam St. Paul, and joining us this morning, all the way from Redfield, South Dakota, is Tony Zerr, the event coordinator for the 18th Annual Musicians Reunion at Centennial Village, which will be held Thursday, August 13th from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m., so lots of music in there. Tony, how you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, Adam. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you very much for the time. Tony, in broad strokes, walk us through exactly what the Musicians Reunion is.
Well, back in 1997, a guy named Hank Bowker got together with a bunch of his old musician buddies and stuff, and they just played up on stage and started inviting all the other musicians from the area from years gone by, the 60s, mostly the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And they'd come out and just kind of, get together with their old bandmates and their old friends and get together and play. And that was actually the first year that I went out there, and I played bass on one song or something like that. But it was a steady thing after that for every year, and just more and more people keep coming out, and all the old musicians keep getting back together and having a good time and just jamming all night long.
So you've been doing this for 18 years now, or rather, this will be the 18th year. And I guess what sort of it's just different bands and different groups getting on stage and kind of playing their type of music, or what exactly goes on?
It's not even really that. Honestly, it's just a couple guys will get up on stage and just kind of be like, okay, do you know Mustang Sally? Okay, let's play Mustang Sally. There really hasn't been a lot of old groups just reforming to come up. It's just mostly an open jam that anybody can get up and come and do.
So if someone was interested in actually being a part of this event, not even a spectator, but actually be a part of it, can they do so, and how would they go about doing that?
We have a lot of musicians lined up already. I keep getting calls and emails and Facebooks and stuff like that from people wanting to come out and play. And it's basically you just come on out and find me. I'm the big bald guy with the beard that'll be running around by the stage and stuff. And you just come and find me, and I'll put your name on a list. And like I said, we have a lot of people signed up already that want to get up there and play. So I'm going to try to get everybody up there for, a few songs apiece. And you just come and find me, and I'll put you on the list and get you up there to play. And
this is going to be during the Brown County Fair, right? Does this have any affiliation with the fair, or is this all, on its lonesome at Centennial Village?
Well, it's loosely affiliated with the fair. I mean, I guess I can't say that we are affiliated with the fair. We're just Centennial Village doing this. There's a really great guy named Mark Selzer who's running Centennial Village, and he got us up there to do it last year because they actually took out the Musicians Reunion for a year because the guys that were running it, they ended up not wanting to do it anymore because they were doing it for so long. And so there was a year there that didn't have any music going on. The Musicians Reunion did not go on. And so I took the reins last year, and we're just, like I said, we're not really affiliated with the Brown County Fair, but, we're, Centennial Village Musicians Reunion.
The Centennial Village is kind of a hidden little gem, I think, at the Brown County Fair. It's becoming more and more known, but they serve beer there, and of course, as we're pointing out right now, there's live entertainment, for a long time, 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. as well. I mean, those are two great reasons for folks to go check it out. What are some other reasons for people to, go to Centennial Village on that 13th of the Brown County Fair and spend their time watching, those musicians play?
Well, there's a lot of stuff to do. There's a little train out there for kids to ride. There's also I think they have a big caboose and a big engine that they have sitting out there that the kids can go and walk up in and stuff. And so that's always really fun. It's a family place, so if you want to drink a little bit, and you have your kiddies running around a little bit, and if you can't go to the beer garden, so you can come down there. They have great food, and then also from 6 to about 7 o'clock, I actually have a Redfield Band called Terror We Fall. They're a high school garage band that I found practicing at the park one day in Redfield, and they sounded pretty good. So they're going to get up and do about a 1 hour set while the old guys kind of get ready and stuff like that. Because last year the old guys they were up there for 6 to 8 hours, and they were getting pretty bushed. But so we have a band opening up, and we have a lot of really cool guests, and I actually got a lot of a lot of old musicians that used to play in bands around here that didn't know about it. They're coming from all over the place. I got people coming from Kentucky and Montana and all sorts of places to come out and play.
Once again, we're speaking with Tony Zerr. He is the event coordinator for the 18th Annual Musicians Reunion at Centennial Village, once again on Thursday, August 13th. And we will continue that conversation right after this. You're listening to In Touch. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to In Touch, a locally produced feature of Dakota Broadcasting Radio. I'm Adam St. Paul, and once again joining us, Tony Zerr down in Redfield, and he is the event coordinator for the 18th Annual Musicians Reunion, which will take place at Centennial Village at the Brown County Fairgrounds Thursday, August 13th from 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Tony, we've been talking about, some of the older bands that are going to be there. Can you think of any off the top of your head that are showing up for the first time? And you mentioned that garage band from Redfield, but can you think of any, off the top of your head that's showing up for the first time?
Well, I have a couple of people. I have a guy named Dan Cornelius who used to drum around a lot in the Aberdeen area and stuff, and he ended up moving out of the Aberdeen area in the 90s, and he really hasn't been back. But he was in a band called The Tunes and Heartbeat and Little Debbie and the Snack Cakes from back in the 80s and 90s, and he's coming back. And that's honestly, he's one of my very special guests because I haven't seen this guy play since the 90s, and he is just an animal on the drums. And so I'm really excited to have him. We have my dad and his brother Dan and Tim Zerr coming in from Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Or Maine or something like that, and I honestly don't know a lot of the band's names, but a lot of the older guys are coming back, and the ones that are still alive and the ones that still want to play and stuff. So
absolutely. And is there any one particular kind of music that is going to be played there, or is this just a whole smorgasbord, as it was, of musical tastes?
It's a good maybe like 3 or 4 different genres. There's a lot of old time rock and roll. A lot of Bob Seger, that kind of stuff. You also have the country boys that get up there and do some country stuff, which is really cool. When I get up there, we usually do a lot of kind of hippie jam band, Grateful Dead, The Doors, Jimi Hendrix kind of stuff. And then, we also have some bluegrass players that get up there and do a little bluegrass too. So,
is there any cost to the event?
Not at all. No, you just if you're looking to drink, you come on in and show them your ID, and you get a wristband. It's free to get in for everybody, and the food is very well priced considering fair food prices. The food at Centennial Village is very well priced.
Excellent, Tony. We appreciate you coming on the radio with us this morning, and good luck with the event on the 18th. And hopefully, I can make it out, or rather on the 13th, and
Right.
hopefully, I can make it out there.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out, there's a Facebook page called the 18th Annual Musicians Reunion. You can come and like us on there. And, like I said, I'll be out there probably all day long on Thursday. So if you want to get there early and talk to me about playing, you can come on out and I'll put your name on the list and, kind of first come, first serve. So.
All right, that's going to do it for today's edition of In Touch, a locally produced feature of Dakota Broadcasting Radio. I'm Adam St. Paul.